Well, we're here, Doug and Kamish, doing the losers bracket. We're going to spend a little bit of time going through the third place game, as that has some value, and then the Toilet Bowl championship game, as that has some value more or less to me and DJ. Anyway, here we go. Killer Bees versus Paper for the third place game.
Money. This is a money game.
This is a money game, and we will be interested to see what happens. Now, on Tom's side, the thing that worries me if I'm Tom is my running back situation. Really have no idea what's going to happen. It didn't look like DeAndre Williams is going to play, and if Steven Jackson's questionable, that's really going to be a tough call for Tom. What don't you like on Tom's side?
What you just said. That worries me a little bit about the RBs, because I'm a giant RB guy. Mm-hmm. And even if he plays, his matchup is not awesome. Steven Jackson against Arizona.
Yep. At
Arizona. I'm not in love with the matchup. That's probably the one thing that I don't like. I also am not in love with Morgan as a player. I know he's playing the loins, but he's not very good.
Okay. On the other side of things I don't like, the Mendenhall one, I just don't know about. I guess your best option would be Brandon Jacobs, but he hasn't done really much recently for the Giants either. So that kind of worries me for Paper. You?
I'm with you again. Mendenhall is probably going to get his shoulder broken again.
Yep.
As that happened last year when they played the Ravens. I would go Brandon Jacobs against a South Carolina defense.
Okay. Things you like on Tom's side?
I like Tom.
All right. Thing I like on Tom's side, I do obviously like Gore against the Lions. I just think it's just going to be a good matchup. Mm-hmm. Thing I like on Paper side, I think that Thomas Jones is going to do pretty well against Indianapolis. I really do.
Because they're not going to play anybody?
I think that's going to be part of it. But I don't think it's a terrible matchup either.
I'm going to give it a Mr. Obvious, and I'm going to go with the Brady against Jacksonville. Their defense is just really, really bad this year. So I'm gonna go Brady.
Yep. Okay. All right. Who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to go Tom and stay true to my Lombardi ties, and I'm going to take Tom in the money game.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Papers. I'm going to go with the Shula. I'm going to go with my ties to the Shula, and I think the Shula will show that by winning the third place game, the championship game, and the Toilet Bowl game, that all of us except Nappy are good and pretty good GMs. So. Anyway, let's move on to the Toilet Bowl. Let's go on to the Toilet Bowl Championship. And as far as the Toilet Bowl Championship goes, we have Toilet Town and Columbia's Finest beating Toilet Town, starting to score some points. And what do you think? What don't you like on Toilet Town's side?
First of all, I'd like to say I'm impressed with the name change. It seems to have revitalized your franchise a little bit, DJ, where you're not a complete and utter laughingstock.
Okay.
What I do like, what I don't like, is that what you're asking me?
Do not.
I don't like James Harrison or whatever, Jerome Harrison. That was a one-week wonder. I don't like it. That's what I got.
Okay. Honestly, I was going to pick the same thing. We didn't even plan that. I think that everybody's going to jump all over that bandwagon. I think he's going to probably get
typical Boyke style. As Jake today went through and just picked up a bunch of the highest projected players.
Yep.
Same thing DJ does.
Yep.
That's how they manage.
Yep. On Bean's side of things, what don't you like?
Oh boy, he's got a scrumptious matchup all up and down this board. I'm going to say Shane Graham.
Okay, Shane Graham. Wow.
I don't dislike anything you've got going on.
I'm going to go with Pierre Thomas because I don't trust him. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him.
Sure.
Anyway, things you like on Toilet Town?
Oh man. How about some Larry Fitzgerald?
Okay.
I like that. I think he could have an outstanding day, and he's going to need to keep this game close.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals against St. Louis.
That's scrumptious as well.
Bean side of things, what do you like?
I'm going to go with your wide receivers.
Okay.
Not one in particular, but all of them as a group I think will have very, very, very solid days. I think Andre Johnson could be the best wide receiver in the league this week.
Yep. All right, I'm going to go with Randy Moss. I think that he actually is going to show people yet again that, listen, I'm not washed up, and don't doubt me.
Don't be like that.
Pick. Toilet Bowl Championship.
It's going to be the Beaner. It's going to be the Beaner by a comfortable margin. I'm going to go 40.
Okay, I'm going to go Beans as well. All right, now let's quickly go to the other loser matchups. Here we go, nappy-headed foe at Doughboy.
You love saying that nappy-headed foe is the loser.
I think he's shown it. He's going a totally different lineup. He's projected, ESPN has him projected at 63 points.
That's good for him.
And Doughboy, he has been projected for 106. Give me one reason who you think will win and why.
I got Doughboy, and I think that projection is probably kind to the nappy-headed foe, as he apparently has just packed it in. And maybe he could start a third tight end if he wanted. Maybe throw Shockey in there.
Yeah.
But I'm going Doughboy in a serious beatdown.
Okay, I'm going to go Doughboy, and I think I'm going to give the benefit to Steve Smith. He just keeps rolling along, and I think he's going to do pretty well.
How about Warner at St. Louis?
Warner at St. Louis, but I would have thought Warner at Detroit. But that said,
so true.
You never know.
Wayne's came to play.
Doughboy, we're both picking Doughboy. Next, Soldier at Bertucky. ESPN has Soldier losing 105 to 131 at Bertucky.
Talk about a sleeper game.
Yeah. Anyway, who do you think's going to win this game?
Wow. I'm going to go Soldier because Bertucky is just beat up. He doesn't really have anybody to play anymore. Yeah. His roster is basically on the IR. He doesn't have really anything good going for him besides Deshaun Jackson.
Yep.
And I'm taking the Soldiers in probably a 28 to 26 victory.
I too will take Soldier, and I think Beanie Wells will lead him to victory. I think that White Trash will choke on that trash that he has.
Ouch.
And here we go, the last one. The loser bracket.
Loser? Yeah, it's true.
Quitter, LC versus Desk Jockeys. He's got, look at the matchups here, Jockeys. I'm going to go with Jockeys on this one. I think that the Saints are going to be a little bit upset that they weren't able to be perfect, and Drew Brees will show why they should be perfect.
I'm also taking the Jockey for 3 reasons. The Lombardi ties. Drew Brees, last time he played Tampa, had the worst game of his life. It's not going to happen twice. And Dwayne Ball. Second game back, he'll have his legs. Look for that to be success.
All right. Well, there you go. We're both picking Desk Jockeys in this one. All right. We have final 3 minutes here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Couple things. Do you see any major changes happening next year to the league? Everybody's kind of wondering about this divisional change and any other point scoring changes. What do you see changing, if at all?
I don't see any point changes coming. Although, as your commish, I'm always up to a loving discussion about new ideas. And I'm not going to comment any further on the divisions, as I don't want to have my weight into the issue until it comes to that. I'd like to hear what everybody thinks about that before I throw my weight around.
All right. Well, any Christmas wishes?
Merry Christmas to everybody that I laid the hammer down on this year. Merry Christmas to the other 2 people that I didn't. And Merry Christmas to everyone in the league. I love the participation of the league. My heart is a little saggy right now because...
As well as other things.
Because this thing's about to end. This last 13 weeks is where I live. And it blows that DJ and Soldier left like 4 or 5 weeks ago, but the rest of us have really had a great week. A couple of months.
Yeah.
Man, from the Lions game to the GFO every week. Love doing the previews with my favorite Mexican dog. Man, this is where it's at. And now I gotta get back to my normal life of work. A little disappointing.
Anyway, just wanted to say Merry Christmas. Commish, I hope you and your family have a great Christmas. It's always fun doing the show with you.
Seriously.
You'll find my present on your front doorstep. It's brown and it'll probably be on fire. So anyway, to the GFO members, we do hope you have a good Christmas.
Absolutely.
Hope you enjoyed the year. We'll be doing a wrap-up show, so be watching the fantasy page even after the season is over.
Absolutely.
And we'll look forward to maybe the Super Bowl. If that's
Super Bowl party we got going on.
So
I'll give away the hardware, throw down a sub, and probably make fun of Doug.
And be cheering for the Colts. Or be cheering for the
Trash
Super Bowl. Have a good one. I saw that coming.